Hey guys, what's up? It is Solo, and we are back here with another Destiny Theory video. And today, special shout out to one of the people who has subscribed to me and commented on the last, well, not the very last theory video, but the last one, the last big one I posted about Lightfall. So yeah, shout out to Stranger X9 for the idea to make this video and for this theory that I want to go actually more in depth with, because there is signs that can actually point to this theory. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to be going over the Civil War theory, which actually was a theory that primarily got started originally back in Season of the Drifter, when we were given a choice between the Vanguard and the Drifter. Now, I am going to address the first part of this, which is the Crown of Sorrow. Doesn't it give the power to control the Hive? It was actually believed to do that. We never got it confirmed because Galron, who was the guy wearing it in Crown of Sorrow and where we get most of the lore for it from, was controlled by Savathun after putting the Crown of Sorrow on. And basically, the Crown of Sorrow was a point of data for Savathun while she was a part of the Hive. And Callus theorized that the helmet, the crown, could actually give him the power to control the Hive. Now, as it stands, we know Callus, what he saw in the darkness was, of course, the Witness, but also, as it stands, we know that Eris Morn has been closely connected with Crown of Sorrow. Now, the last thing we saw in the Crown of Sorrow raid was that there were runes, and I don't know if they got dispelled or not. I'm guessing they did if Eris is so closely attached to it now. But yeah, that just to cover that one. So I'm gonna read you guys this theory. I do have an edit because there is a, I'm guessing this was a wasn't intentional. I'm guessing this was supposed to be Lightfall, not Beyond Light. Seems Beyond Light came out like a few years, or like 2 years ago, or like a year ago. But here's the theory. So it says, my theory is this: most of the Guardians enjoying the light subclasses model office stasis aren't realizing that they've been working for Savathun this entire time, and our new mastery of our light powers comes right as the Hives, who've also used to learn the light. So in a way, we've innovated our abilities because of a relationship with Hive, which this does bode true because of the fact that we had to equip the abilities to actually take on the Hive. With how the story worked, it was, since the Hive had all these abilities and we were getting subclass reworks, it was because we need to find new ways to combat the Hive. So we got this. Now, the next one is, this is where I gotta edit it to Lightfall, not Beyond Light. I believe in Lightfall, we will see a Guardian Civil War. Half or more of the Guardians will betray the Traveler, being by high power and adopting the Corruption Darkness ability. Eris Morn could serve as a trainer as much as the Exo Stranger does for Stasis. Guardians may abandon their ghosts for fish like the Exo Stranger has. Maybe we could do invasions as strikes or quest mission. During strikes or quest mission. However, like how you would fade in Gambit and Dark Souls, maybe a PvP that would, where it'd be light versus darkness subclasses. Okay, so let's look into this a little bit more. So, with the big like plots of all of this is the fact that, you know, Guardians betraying the Traveler, right? You never think that would happen, right? Well, actually, with the original plan for you to go against the Vanguard, the reason why the Vanguard didn't trust Drifter was because Drifter was using the darkness to control the Taken and use them against their against their will, because that's what Gambit was. That's what Gambit was originally intended for, was for him to take control of the Taken. And during Season of the Drifter, you're given the choice of either siding with the Vanguard and basically saying, hey, this is not a good thing, or not. And of course, your boy sided with the Drifter because I like the Drifter. But anyway, and you go on, and nothing really comes of it. Now, as time's gone on, it points more and more towards this, I guess, separation. Because as we saw with Stasis, Zavala was very, very disapproving of us using Stasis. He always thought, you know, the Traveler should be the only thing that we should use with the light and everything, but I don't know if it's been shaken since this season. We'll have to find out next season. But as time's gone on, we've also gotten, you know, hints of a corruption/poison subclass, which I think, and going towards this comment, is going to be derived from the witch's, like, suppression field that they'll put up that burns you. I feel like that, because it's usually green, and they're usually, like, poison fields, but it will, like, do tick damage. Yeah, I feel like eventually we're just gonna be benefiting from, like, sword logic and stuff like that. Which is funny, because in the Crown of Sorrow, actually, Callus... Callus very much disapproved of the sword logic, calling it flawed. And this only leads us to believe that he saw something in the sword logic that he didn't like, which was more than likely maybe something even beat him and whatever he saw in the quote-unquote big end. Now, as far as the separation between light and dark, with the Civil War, the reason why this may happen would be, let's do a hypothetical. So, as we know, at the end of this season, Eris Morn is talking to the Drifter about something she found that may interest him in the Reef. Now, if you guys don't know, the Reef is gone. And it was actually vaulted when Witch Queen came out. But the interesting thing about it is we don't know what they found in the Reef. Now, as this goes on to say, Eris could be, you know, the trainer for this new poison subclass. Well, if there's going to be 3 darkness subclasses, Drifter, which I think the last one would be like a gravity looking thing, just by the way that like some of the pyramids and stuff move, gives us a hint towards that. But Drifter could be the last one of these trainers, because as we know, the Drifter is like wants to be the furthest thing from a Guardian. And he's also one of the 3 we saw in Beyond Light using Stasis. Right? So I feel like it's going to become a moral standpoint at probably Lightfall, where the light's going to eventually fail. And we're going to be given a choice to either try to continue on with the light, or go with Eris and the Drifter and the Exo Stranger to go channel darkness again. And this is going to be the separation. Now, as far as this goes, I'm not going to go into any leaks or anything with this, because I have seen leaks about this, but this is a theory based on stuff we know. But what we can deduce is with if there is a separation like with the player base with like darkness abilities versus light abilities, there more than likely are going to be like PvP modes that pertain to that. Um, and more than likely they'll give you the option to like give your character light or dark and let you choose between the two. But a big thing that could come with it is like you were talking about with invasions. But instead of invasions, I think it will be was known as a PvE VP zone, which is basically kind of like in World of Warcraft when you go over to the Alliance side as a horde member and you can start fighting people who is like not on the same side as yourself. They're on the Alliance side. Um so and the big thing about this is the fact that we know the hive is dying. Like we know that for a fact because Rolk was the one supplying the hive. But one of the biggest things that Savathun could do to basically one up the witness or like stop the witness and protect the traveler is to show us how to use hive magic. Or Eris can do it, you know? Because if you got, Eris keeps talking about healing people and being able to, move on past what happened in the dark below. So what if Eris knows a lot more than she says about the dark below? Because in this season, she says the dark below is something's going on in the dark below. And then we're just sitting there like, what do you mean something's going on in the dark below? Dark below has been inactive since Crota died, you know. But another thing that definitely could also point to this is the fact that in a lot of the prophecies, it does say that they're going to kill, like especially in the Vowed Disciple raid actually, has a prophecy that the darkness is going to kill something. Whether or not what that something is, we don't know. Now, as far as like the point of the city besieged, I think that will be the turning point. I think that will be your like option. Cause if you're given the option where it's like, okay, your city just got besieged, the traveler's not doing anything, which leads back to what Zavala said this season with leading others to die for a silent god. What if eventually, people start dying, the traveler does nothing, but, there's going to be guardians that are going to be like, no, you can't betray the light. But then, like, people like Zavala are going to be like, but the light's not doing anything and people are dying. And the people come way before the light. So I think eventually we may actually see this civil war come to fruition to the point of there will be a split, but in the final shape I feel like it will also both sides will come together and be like, okay, we need both the people using the darkness and the light to be able to defeat the witness. And in the end, I feel like the final fight is going to be a combination of all of the subclasses trying to finish it off. And what happens then is honestly up in the air. Now, as far as the ghost and the fish, so if we were to go like full darkness and do the hive sword logic, I don't think the fish would be more than just a companion. Um, because like as far as it goes, I think like because if we were to do the sword logic, we'd have to have a throne world somewhere, and mind you, they could implement something like that into the game where you have like your own like little world or like a place that you call your throne world in the game. But I feel like it'd definitely be used as a companion more than like what the ghost is used for, which is reviving you. Or maybe, you know, they're gonna find some way to do the revive within the, you know, Finds of the Darkness as far as it goes. But I definitely think we're gonna see something pretty big leading into Lightfall. Because as far as it goes right now, we only have about 4 or 5 weeks left of the season. We already know that Aegor is going to spread more and more than likely give us another mission for the story at the end of the season. And when that happens, I feel like we're gonna get a big reveal of something actually happening, or we're going to find out what Eris found in the reef and why everything and what's going on with everything. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope Stranger X9, I hope that kind of gets the theory out there. I did try to read the original theory just in case, you know, I missed anything. And of course, I did look into the Crown of Sorrow before recording the video just to make sure. But yeah, it was theorized that the Crown of Sorrow does, like, were to control all the Hive, but also it was a trap for Callus. Which Callus's, like, genetically chosen cabal ended up falling into. And then you kill it, and then you're supposed to dispel the runes, which I'm pretty sure we did, but we never gave it back to Callus. Which leads me to believe that Eris Morn might know more than she says, because I feel like she knows a lot more about the Crown of Sorrow than she's leading us to believe. But anyway, that's going to do it for this theory video. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button, comment down below. What do you guys think of this theory? I think it's a pretty good one. I feel like eventually we will hit that point in Destiny where there will be two sides. Whether or not it comes in Lightfall or the final shape, I don't know. There, you know, is reason to believe that it may, but also, like, anything can happen. You know, we don't have a direct path, and we also don't have a lot on what's gonna happen with Lightfall at this point. But yeah, anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.